Welcome back, Dave's Dugout, episode 9, and happy Halloween to everybody. My personal favorite holiday, love this time of year. October is the best, and we're going to get into why. Yesterday, jam-packed of action. All four major sports were in action yesterday. The NBA, the NHL, the MLB, and the NFL. All saw games yesterday. And that's what I'm here for, to help you so you don't have to sit like a maniac with 4 TVs in your house and watch all of it. That's what I do. That's my thing. So here we go. Let's roll into the NHL starting up. The Montreal Canadiens, only team still undefeated, 8-0 in the NHL. Shout out to my New York Rangers, looking alright. It's a little too early to see where everybody's headed yet, unless you're a super big NHL fan, which, hey, call me up and we'll have a great conversation about it. The World Series. October baseball, one of the reasons I love October, one of the reasons you should too, because these games are awesome. I talked about the Cubbies and how they were going to make it to the World Series. Guess what? They did. But they're down 3-2 to the Indians. They were down 3-1, but they kept their season alive. They're going back to Cleveland Tuesday for Game 6, maybe Game 7 if they can push it to that too. Aroldis Chapman yesterday saved them through 8 outs for the first time in his career. 45 pitches. 15 of his 45 pitches were over 100 miles an hour. What an arm on that guy. That is absolutely, to put this in perspective, the greatest closer of all time, Mariano Rivera, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, he never had to throw an 8-out save in his career. But maybe that's why Joe Maddon's one of the best coaches in baseball, and that's why the Cubs are still in it, and their chances are still alive. I picked the Indians to win. But we'll see. They're going back to Cleveland, so chances are probably pretty good. Although, we'll see. And that's why the World Series is great. Tune in if you can tomorrow night, Tuesday, Game 6. Also, we said the NBA started. They've played about 3 games. And no surprise that the Cavaliers are 3-0. Kind of surprised that the Warriors aren't. The big story in the offseason was Kevin Durant leaving and going to join the team that he lost to in the playoffs. The Warriors are now almost a super team, if you want to call it. 3 of the 10 best, 3 of their players are in the top 10 in the league. I believe it was Stephen A. Smith on First Take said that Klay Thompson, besides LeBron James, is the best player in the league, not Steph Curry and not KD. So, it's up for debate. But I want to talk about Russell Wilson. This guy is playing out of his mind. The only person that's ever started a season, the first 3 games, better than him, Michael Jordan, and he did it twice. But Russell's the first player in NBA history to average a triple-double 100 points, 30 rebounds, 30 assists. So it is a triple-double in the first 3 games. First player ever to do that. Playing out of his mind. Can he keep this up for 80-plus games? Chances are no. Almost 0, almost. But if he, have a slump in the middle of the season and start playing on fire again, and does he have a chance to beat the Warriors in the playoffs? Because him and KD definitely did. They should have won. So now that's going to be, wow. But yeah, I know, nobody wants to watch 86 games just for us all to sit and watch the Warriors and the Cavs in the finals again. Chances are the Cavs are going to make it. LeBron's been in the finals for 6 years in a row. So a little people are disappointed in the NBA this year, but it's still going to be fun. There are still good teams in the West. Just kidding. The Celtics and Knicks have a shot at making it interesting? Question mark. But we'll see what happens there. The NFL, got to talk about that. That's a big thing. The Raiders are looking really good. Kind of. They set a record yesterday for the most penalties in NFL history. 23 accepted penalties. Asterisk there. Accepted penalties. They had more. Some of them just got declined. 23 accepted penalties, and they still won. Derek Carr is playing out of his mind. It's like his own team and his coaches are trying to stop him, and they can't even. This guy, 500 plus yards, 536 yards, and and 5 touchdowns. I mean, he overshadowed Tom Brady, who people are now saying is the MVP of the league, even though he's played half the games as everyone else. I mean, Matt Ryan's probably the MVP right now, but it looks like Tom Brady's stealing it. Can he? If he missed, comment. I mean, can you be the league MVP and miss a quarter of the season? Apparently the answer is yes, according to a lot of people, because Tom's playing out of his mind. But so is Derek Carr and Matt Ryan, so we got 3 quarterbacks there that are, wow. I mean, the NFL, 2 ties, another tie in London this week. Last week there was a tie. This is the first time in 19 years, almost 20 years, that there has been a tie in back-to-back weeks in the NFL. And here's a funny stat. The last time that happened, the Cleveland Indians were in the World Series and lost in Game 7. Ooh, spooky Halloween omen. Oh man, let's see. Kidding. Or am I? Are you superstitious? I mean, wow. We're going to shout out Lolo Jones and USA Bobsled team. Thank you for last weekend. We got to go up to Lake Placid and see them do some trials. They got some more in Park City. Shout out to all Olympic players. I mean, you guys all players, athletes, you all work so hard. It's incredible what you do. I hope you reach your dreams. I'm reaching for mine here. Starting here at Dave's Dugout. We're going to sign out. Week 9. Have a good one.